Alright, welcome back to Twitch, welcome back YouTube. Let's get back to just another game, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony, where it turns out Mew had been planning a murder. It's honestly a miracle that Kokichi hasn't been murdered yet. That's true. Yeah, okay, you both have good points.
And she tried to set me up.
Well, I knew that from the start.
I still wanted to get you killed because I hate you, but, you know, besties.
Then why did you say I was the culprit?
Because I wanted to get it through your thick skull. People you trust and defend will ultimately betray you. This is a game of suspicion. Well, I think your ideals should stay the same. Because phonies like you are what make the game more interesting. Don't you agree, Monokuma?
Kokichi.
Do I? I don't know about that.
Kokichi is the killing game. If the killing game were a character, it would be Kokichi.
Huh? Oh, wait. What were we talking about?
Well, when it can't be anybody else.
I wonder when Daddy's gonna get his motivation back.
Yeah! If Father keeps slacking off, all the work is gonna get forced onto Mommy.
Huh? Mommy?
My head! I feel like I'm about to remember something, but I can't.
What's wrong, Monotaro? Pull yourself together!
This is such a weird chapter with them.
Anywho, it's a blessing in disguise that Mew died and not me.
I don't know how many people would agree with that.
Because she wouldn't have said anything about what really happened in the virtual world. You guys would have had a way harder time finding the culprit, you know.
We don't know yet. He's just been kind of moody.
She would have been able to lie about the virtual world settings as much as she wanted. And you'd never know that the murder actually took place in the virtual world.
So that's why she decided to attempt a murder, because she had total control.
Apparently the fuck not! She died!
Then the reason Mew was so insistent we go into the virtual world was...
She got the killing urge. You guys are only bitching because you haven't been to the virtual world yet. But once you go, you'll understand. Seriously, it's so fucking awesome. I know you guys will love it. I mean, she did kind of freak out after she found out about the meteorites, and she's like, I don't give a shit, just let me out of here. So that's probably when she flipped her shit. And then you're gonna fall in love with me for showing it to you guys. Mew, it's the virtual world, it's not your tits. So let's just dive right in, okay? We'll do it together.
She was insistent we go there so she could kill us. What a shady person.
No, not us, just Kokichi.
I was sad that she was gone, but now I don't know what to think.
Nice! Backstabbed by a trusted friend. See? That's an ideal fun situation! Now we can start a real class trial!
Hey, Kokichi sort of sound like Monokuma.
Only when I voice him.
Really? I don't sound anything like him.
If I do it, you'd kind of do. And it kind of bothers me, but I can't really do anything about that.
No, you're just like Monokuma. Both of you are cowards. You never speak the truth or show your true face.
Monokuma never lies. I keep saying this.
Wait, coward? You say some interesting things sometimes, Kaito.
Smiling, putting on a mask, never saying what you really think.
He's a bear. How the fuck is he supposed to do anything but smile?
That
He's
kind
stuffy.
of cowardice is just like Monokuma.
Daddy, they're calling you a coward. Aren't you gonna do something?
Nah.
Yeah, I just gotta do my signature laugh, right? There, I did it.
He's
like this.
completely lost his drive! Like a one-hit wonder who clings to their former
I
fame!
think Monokuma just does not give a fuck about this class trial.
My head!
Listen up, Kokichi. To hell with this game of suspicion crap. I will never be okay with it. I'm just gonna believe in everyone. Instead of suspecting my
Kaito.
friends, I'm gonna find the truth by believing in them.
You're gonna hate this, bro.
Well, if you think you can win this game like that, then sure, be my guest.
Of course I can. I don't need your permission.
How long are you guys going to argue? Let's hurry this up and continue. If we don't find the culprit, then we'll all die. You know that?
Do you want to die?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
If we are going to begin
I
searching
don't
for
hate
the
to say it.
culprit,
Kokichi's
let's
right.
start with Kokichi's
I love
story.
saying that.
Huh? My story?
Well, my story began like 16 years ago.
You were meeting with Miu, but she ended up as the victim. So it's only natural for us to think you're the killer, right?
Here's my answer. I never met up with Miu.
You didn't?
I tried to go to the roof to meet up with her, but the door was locked.
But isn't lockpicking your specialty? You should have been able to open it easy.
I couldn't pick locks with my avatar body. I didn't have the tools for it either. Also, I never went to the roof, not even for the meeting.
Then how'd you know the doors? Oh, whatever.
I remember you and Gonta went off together when we first started looking.
But was the door to the roof actually locked? When I was on the roof before logging out, the door wasn't locked.
Huh? How should I know?
Then who locked the door to the roof?
I already told you. How should I know?
When I went to the roof, it wasn't locked. So you gotta be lying.
What good would it be if I lied? I don't want to die either, you know.
We don't know that for sure.
Lying would do you a lot of good if you're the culprit.
Oh, I see. I didn't realize that.
What kind of response is that? That's suspicious as hell!
Kokichi found a way to have fun. We're all fucked.
Wait, there's no point in arguing about that now. The truth will come out eventually.
No.
Before we get to that, we need to discover the truth behind Miu's death.
Truth?
There were mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. We need to make sense of those first.
Wow, Shuichi, you know your way around this game.
Why do I feel like the voices are louder than they were in the last case?
Yes, keep up the hard work. The fate of our lives rests in your hands.
So, what is this strange circumstance?
Kokichi claims it was Miu who chose the meeting place. But I'm wondering how she got from the chapel to the mansion's roof.
I see. Miu sent the bridge connecting the mansion and chapel into the river herself.
Oops, my hand slipped.
If that's the case, then Miu might not have even gone to the roof.
Huh? So she stood me up? It's very rude to break a promise.
Thought I was gonna get some. It's true. First we need to determine if Miu is actually there or not. Did she go? Or was she never on the roof at all? Alright, we got Tsumugi, Loud Noise, Miu's corpse, Kokichi,
Miu
sitting on
was waiting
Kokichi's
for me to
avatar.
arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No, Miu should have been at the chapel. If you look at where her avatar fell. It's right
Hang on a sec. I want to see something. Okay.
next to the chapel.
How would she have gotten to the mansion? There was no bridge over the river.
A bridge would be the only way to get across.
So, her meeting with Kokichi... She stood me up!
Oh, poor Kokichi. At first glance, it seems as if it's impossible for Mew to go to the mansion. But there has to be some evidence that shows it was possible.
Mew was waiting for me to arrive. I'm sure she was waiting on the rooftop of the mansion.
No.
You should have been at
The chapel.
I didn't get the V spot. Just barely.
Mew must have gone to the mansion. We have a witness.
It's the first time she's ever done anything. Take a bow, Samugi!
Yeah. When I was searching the dining room, I saw Mew pass by the window.
Then why didn't you say so sooner?
Sorry. I thought I was just mistaken at first. Since there was no way she could have come to the mansion. But I guess I wasn't mistaken after all. That was definitely Mew.
Then, how did she get to the mansion from the chapel?
It must have been some special method only Mew knew, like with that cell phone.
There's no doubt about that. That's why she dropped the bridge. If a murder occurred when it was impossible to cross the river, she wouldn't be implicated.
Oops, my handset.
She used a secret method to move from the chapel to the mansion for the murder.
She dropped the bridge to make a huge scene just to let everyone know it's no longer there.
So, what secret method did she use?
It won't be that easy to figure out. It's called a secret method for a reason.
It's magic.
No worries, guys. As long as we leave it to Shuichi, everything will be A-OK.
Magic. What?
What are you saying? We can't just rely on Shuichi all the time.
Actually, probably can.
This class trial's for all of us. We're here to solve this together.
No, it's really just for me.
You would just slow down Shuichi.
He's not wrong. You do it all the fucking time. I don't have time to deal with Kokichi. Right now I need to focus on the case. I'm positive that Mew used some kind of special method to get to the mansion. Okay, I just have to figure out what it was. Okay, hang on a sec. I need to check something since we're going into a video game. I want to make sure I'm right. Okay. Alright. Oh, never mind. I thought we were going into a minigame. Never mind. Monokuma login, Kokichi in the stall, wall added by Mew sitting on Kokichi's avatar.
Like a hidden bridge besides that signboard, maybe.
Or instead of bridge, Mew used some kind of vehicle to go over.
Like a Superman!
Maybe she teleported with magic.
More magic?
Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across. It
Shit.
is possible she used that to change places.
Man, you guys are way off. Or maybe I'm just pulling your legs.
A secret method only Mew knows. She tampered with the program. It's hard to imagine that has nothing to do with it. I'm sure she changed something.
The way across it only Mew.
Not a hidden bridge. Not a Superman. Kind of like magic.
Or she used a warp zone.
It's closer.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
And I missed. Perfect. Why is the hitboxes on the words so narrow compared to like the first two games? It's throwing me off.
Instead of bridge.
Why is it so precise? Why did they change that? Why did they make it that you actually need to use accuracy?
Or she used a warp zone.
Maybe there's a place you could cross without a bridge.
A hidden route that only Mew could use to get across.
Oh god, I barely missed it. I'll consent anyway. Kiba
That's
knows
it,
about
Kiba.
consent.
There was a hidden
To
route
Mew.
only Mew could use.
Was there really?
Mew modified the program to add a special wall to the world. The wall stretches along the y-axis, but we found 2 such walls in the virtual world. It's unclear whether Mew added the wall by the mansion or the wall near the chapel. We do know that that wall was set so that only objects could pass
Don't be
through.
naive, Shuichi.
God damn it. You're all wound up.
What is it, Kaito?
Jeez, you set up a weird wall like that? That is suspicious, but it's got nothing to do with what we were talking about.
Nothing to do with it.
If you let me finish, Kaito, you'd find out that it has everything to do with it, but I guess we're doing this.
You don't even realize your mistake? Are you losing your edge? Oh well, my sidekick's mistakes are my mistakes. I'll make it right.
Alright, what we got? Map, Mew, wall.
What
Okay, I'm
we
not
gotta
sure.
figure out is how Mew got from the chapel to the mansion. So why waste time talking about the... It's pointless.
You need to remember this
We
is on the
gotta
left
take
stick,
a
not the
whole
right
new
one.
approach here.
Now wait just a second. It's
Oh,
not
it's in the middle of my
actually
explanation.
impossible at all.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it.
Okay.
Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able... She's not just an object after all.
Alright, that's where I'm supposed to use it.
You get it? So let's go through this one more time.
There's no doubt that Mew is able to pass through that wall. I need to give some kind of proof of that.
But you just said so, didn't you? That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object after all. You get
She's
it?
also a
So let's
customer.
go
I
through
don't
this
know.
one more time.
Just trying to aim for the V spot.
But you just
Mew
said
would want
so,
me to hit the
didn't
V
you?
spot.
That wall Mew set up only lets non-human objects go through it. Humans aren't able to pass through. So Mew obviously wouldn't be able to go through that wall. She's not just an object.
Ah, I missed it. Oh,
Kyle,
well.
cut through your words.
Damn it, Kaito, if you'd let me finish!
The wall wasn't the only thing that Mew changed. She also changed her avatar settings from human to object.
From human to object?
Which means the virtual world treated her avatar as an object. She could have passed through a wall that only non-humans could go through.
So she could have passed through a wall for furries.
Is that right?
Yes.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Kaito. We need to listen to everything Shuichi says.
Kaito tried to help. In the end, it didn't even matter.
I already told you. The more you try, the more you cause us trouble. It's so totally lame that your own sidekick is dissing you!
Kokichi, enough! I wasn't arguing with him. I was just explaining.
I don't care. That doesn't bother me at all. It just means even I make mistakes. Don't worry about it, Shuichi.
It bothers him a lot.
Okay.
Sure. Fine. Whatever.
It's pretty funny seeing Kaito try to act all tough like this.
Kokichi, please refrain from making such irrelevant and irrational remarks.
So, if Mew messed with the program and made a wall only she could go through,
Then her secret route was through that wall?
that's it, right? Like using a glitch in a game to walk outside the map. I bet Mew had a hidden passage like that in the back of the chapel.
But even if she could walk through walls, was there really a hidden passage? Because Mew said...
No, you're not trapped here. Beyond that wall is the end of the world, literally. Past that wall, nothing exists. Everything ends there. I've forgotten her voice
She
completely.
probably lied. There would be no point in going if there was nothing on the other side.
You lied. Huh.
I wonder what the truth is. There's no way to find out now.
That cum-soaked urinal cake was totally lying about there being nothing past the wall.
Wow. She's not even here to be wet over that. It's probably pissed her off the most.
She lived a life of pride, vulgarity, and secrets. Lying would be a piece of cake for her.
Well, you're not wrong.
Kokichi, you don't have to go that far.
Stop it! Don't badmouth Mommy!
Monotaro?
Oh no! He's recovered from your abuse.
Listen to you, talking about Mommy like she was a terrible lying whore. But Mommy wasn't lying. There was no hidden route in that virtual world.
Oh, there wasn't, huh?
Hey! I really hate Kokichi. I love Kokichi. Hey, Celestia, how are you doing? I love Kokichi a lot.
Tell them such an important hint!
Oh, if you see that hint is important, then I guess it must be true.
How you doing, Celestia?
Oh, shoot!
Ah, jeez. You're lucky you're cute.
Akuma doesn't give a shit. Not one. Was Kokichi saying all that stuff about Mio to get the cubs to reveal something? I guess I should thank him, but I have no idea why he does things sometimes.
So now that we know there's no hidden route, why did she manipulate the program? If there's actually nothing past the wall, then that setting was meaningless.
Mew wouldn't have done something meaningless. She would have had a plan.
Yes, Mew definitely wanted to be able to go through that wall for a reason. We aren't sure why yet.
Oops.
Mystery of virtual world.
Can I play that again?
We aren't sure why yet, but once we solve the mystery of the virtual world...
Mystery of virtual world?
There you go. Thank you.
There have been a lot of strange occurrences in the virtual world. If we
Gonta,
can
you're just
determine
completely
why,
out of this, aren't
we
you?
will also determine what Mew was up to. We'll know why she wanted to pass through the wall.
All right, let's clear up those strange occurrences.
Yeah, Gonta will help, even though Gonta not know what you're talking about.
Speaking of strange occurrences, I'm just plain worried about that one thing. Remember? That thing that made us notice all the strange occurrences?
Remember it? The thing? Gonta there just to be pretty. The events... Oh, you're there to be more than pretty. You're more than pretty. You're sassy, too. No, it's not time yet. No. You have to wait a little bit. Go on. Yeah, I know. Probably the weird loud noise.
This is it!
Go on. No, I woke you up. Go on.
You mean the loud sound that you and I heard in the kitchen?
Bang! Ah, someone's having sex. What was that sound? And why isn't it me? It sounded as something was struck very hard. It come from outside, but...
You all heard that sound too?
Yes, in the mansion's kitchen.
But that sound occurred near the chapel. How did you hear it all the way at the mansion?
How indeed.
First off, sound can't go past the map loading point.
Well, that solves it.
Did that sound really come from the chapel?
That sound was something hitting the chapel wall. It was real loud.
It was magic.
And we definitely heard it. We heard Kibo's voice as well.
Meowgic. For now, let's go outside and check. Oh no! What? That was Kibo's voice, right? I heard him outside. He sounded close.
You heard my voice too?
You're very loud.
What? That is pretty strange.
Exactly. That has to be some kind of clue to the mystery of the virtual world.
Okay, well, let's check the answers later and try to find all the other clues first. There was another mysterious phenomenon in the virtual world, wasn't there?
Kokichi talked like he noticed something. Pretending not to know?
Gonta mad!
Even Gonta is suspicious of me? I always thought you would be the one to trust me!
Sorry, going to not mean it like that.
There's no need to apologize to him. He's probably just lying again.
Kaido, you need to regain your faith in humanity, man.
What was the other strange occurrence? Did you see it, Shuichi?
Another mysterious phenomenon. Something that shouldn't be possible, like Mew in the mansion or that loud noise. I need to remember everything else that happened in there. Alright, mind mine. Mine. Let's see. What do we got here? That is not what I'm after. Oh, I should do this. There we go. Ah, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. The signboard. How did the signboard end up where it was? That seems odd. So much penalty. Tink, 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 tink. There we go.
I see it! The sign that we were using as a bridge was odd to me.
Odd how?
We mentioned it before, but Mew dropped the sign in the river.
Whoops, my hand slipped again for like the 50th time. I'm such a klutz.
We found it later, but there was something unnatural about it.
It was a zombie! Zombie board. Finding the sign was definitely weird. I'm most confused by how the sign got there. I should remember exactly what happened with that sign. Also, I did not think I was going to play the brains. Alright, here we go. I did not think this was the game I would be playing. Another psych taxi! This time with 4 phrases. Alright, so we gotta make some good time. And miss everything. So here's how this reminds me of Resident Evil. Zombie signs. Resident Evil has that, right? Crap. At which point was the signboard swept away? Okay, we've only wasted a minute doing this. There we go. That's true. Resident Evil does not have mimics, thank God. That would be terrifying. Oh, at which point was the river's... Not the river. Yeah. Oh damn, it's gonna be a party. We gotta pick up phone, bitches. We're gonna have room for them all. Someone's gonna have to share a seat. Why is this like the way Kokichi deduces? Kokichi, or not Kokichi, Shuichi. Where is the end of the river? That's by the chapel. Thinking time! And they picked up Women of the Night? With their car? By hitting them? Oh, I thought that was a car. Alright, I still got 7 minutes, wow. Using all my Mario Kart skills. Where was the signboard found after it was swept away? His uncle. That's kind of a weird thing to expose your child to. Just saying. It was on the mansion side. Smack. Good. I find this uncle to be a dubious character, and I aspire to be an uncle just like that someday. I want to be the crazy uncle. It's the only thing I want in life. It's gonna be hard because I don't have any siblings. I don't want to be somebody's crazy uncle, damn it. Compared to the river's current, which way did the signboard float? Against the current. And Jesus, we still have 6 minutes left. Against the current. Get in! River, Chapel Mansion, and Against the Current. Kinda disappointed it went back to purple.
It appeared as though the sign was carried against the river's current.
Yep.
We all saw Mew drop the sign and watched the river carry it downstream. And the river was wide there. The sign should have traveled downriver toward the chapel, correct?
Nyum.
It should have hit the wall on the far side of the chapel and stopped there.
I said nyum, not meow.
But that's not where we found it. We found it near the mansion, nestled in some rocks.
Once you go through one wall to come out the other. It's just like Pac-Man. Yep, that's it.
The signboard should have been near the chapel, but we found it on the other side.
And that means that there isn't two walls. There's only
Hold up.
one.
Didn't you stay on the chapel side? She probably grabbed the signboard from the chapel wall to cross the river.
No.
Then left it on the boulders near the mansion so she could get back.
Why would she leave the signboard where it could get swept away and leave her stranded?
Yeah, she just pulled it on dry land.
Also, this has nothing to do with walking through the wall, right? We're getting off topic. We're so close to the truth. We just have to connect the how and what. All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
With the what?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know. But Shuichi should know, right?
Yes, because you're all idiots.
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't. The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
But no pressure. Kaido.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Ah, well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
What's the question? What clues related to the unnatural way the signboard is carried on the river? Toilet paper? Probably the wall added by Mew?
This is it!
Okay. Seems like an odd answer to that question.
It might have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Just the way they phrased that did not seem like those two things would connect.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
Shoop.
That means the signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how'd it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Yay! What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river, downstream and upstream must connect.
That's it! What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
Wait, in that case...
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and mansion walls are the same wall. We finally got to this point. Like, I understand why they drag it
The
out.
walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
I mean, just to make sure, like, absolutely the facts prove the theory. But, you know, like, pretty much everybody would have jumped to this conclusion at this long before this point.
The same wall?
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected.
They're more like they overlap.
Don't think of
guess.
it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world.
Soon, honey.
The idea is
Real soon.
you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Kokichi knew this because he plays a lot of fucking video games, and apparently nobody else does.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us.
It's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. With a hangman's gambit. I think we all know what we're looking for here. That's an O, I need an R. There we go. Where's me a D? Show me the D. I want the D. Thank you. I couldn't think of any more excuses to use that phrase. Alright, need to wait for my focus. This Hangman's Gambit is much easier. I approve of this. Even if some of the letters look backwards.
I see now.
Thank you, Barbie. Let's go party.
Yes, that's it. The virtual world is a loop. Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example,
Oh, hey, this might be a reference people actually fucking understand.
when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Okay, I was expecting more.
Yes, exactly. The edges of the virtual world are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
The virtual world. I was going with material world.
If that's true,
Oh.
it would explain the way the signboard was swept away.
Was that Madonna or Lady Gaga?
It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream.
Okay, couldn't remember for sure. Zoop.
And floated with the currents until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
Nope.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
But at least it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it? Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Honestly surprised it hasn't been remade. I don't know what Madonna's really up to nowadays. I mean, she hasn't put out an album in forever, has she?
Yes, but first we need to be clear of where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Well, then the loop must start here?
There! The map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map. But the loading point was actually at the edges.
And that would make a lot more sense with how the map worked.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather... her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's
Damn
right.
you and this fucking
That's how
map.
the virtual world
It was
works.
useless.
Impressive, Shuichi! For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center. Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the
Oh,
structure of the world wasn't actually like that.
I just realized that the loading point is actually just an empty line and not a squiggle drawn on the map. I'm dumb.
There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap.
Soon, honey.
But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Okay, but really, this is not the mystery we were here to solve.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
You're welcome.
You gonna say thank you too, Kaito?
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all.
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
Kaito jealous? Not Kaito!
No matter what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
Go on. What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Mew. It doesn't matter how many little mysteries we solve, if we can't find the culprit, it would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mew's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mew? And who's gonna feed my cat before she starves to death? Well, right pretty much on time. It's the class trial intermission. And I think I've timed that more perfectly than I could have actually thought of. We're gonna call it, at least we're gonna call it an episode for YouTube here. Twitch, we are done with Danganronpa for the night, but I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and tend to my kitty, and then we're gonna go to our next game. We'll pick up from here on Wednesday. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you so much for coming out and joining me. As always, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, let me know. Give me a like, send me comments. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you then. Twitch, I will see you in 5 minutes.
Danganronpa.